Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to episode 5 of Conversations Over 50, exclusively on Watch Them. Thank you so much for subscribing and just liking. Hopefully you're checking out all the other content that we have available. But listen, today we're going to kick it off with the bust down. We're going to talk about some real, raw, and uncensored stuff that a lot of people don't think, 50 discuss. But one thing's for sure, we all are sexually active beings. So we're going to have some grown folk conversation and go in a way that we could not go on YouTube. So here we are for another episode of Conversations Over 50. So listen, I got some quick round questions. All right, quick round questions.
Ready for it.
So I know those that want to jump in can jump in. I'm gonna ask them. You just give the answer. Keep moving. You ain't gotta dissect it. Do a dissertation. Go any deeper. Just speaking of deeper.
Okay.
Okay, we ain't gotta do all that. So here we go. First one. Monogamy or polyamory?
Go to him.
What? Don't start with us.
Monogamy or polyamory?
Define them.
Which one is it? Monogamy or polyamory?
We monogamy.
there you go. That's the answer right there. But why you leave that nervous?
Well, why you starting over here though?
It was just jump of the draw. That's all it was.
Norris,
I felt polyamory.
Monogamy came in real
Dustin,
high.
Monogamy all day long.
All right,
in
Dustin,
real
bondage or nah?
Depends.
Bondage.
It was Dustin.
Bondage.
Y'all can't answer for Dustin. Dustin, bondage or nah? It's quick round. You supposed to choose?
Quick round.
Yeah.
Bondage.
Okay, Norris.
Hell no, I'm claustrophobic. No.
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 Never.
Oh. Okay. Norris, spit or swallow?
Oh.
Spit.
Okay. We have a live audience here with us today. We're going to ask them to please keep quiet. Dustin, spit or swallow?
Neither. Never. No.
Okay.
No.
This is gonna be a very quick
Okay,
episode.
like, oh my
very
God,
quick
y'all ain't
episode.
live.
Maybe we should ask you. So it
I'm
can
the
be a little
host.
longer.
I'm the host.
Oh.
I'm the host. Here we go.
Oh.
Curtis.
See, I
Curtis.
don't like how you.
If you do role play, what is your character?
My character, as far as what?
Who would you be if you were to do role play? Who would you be?
It's quick.
Quick round. Vincent, who is Curtis's character?
I'm Superman.
Okay.
Catwoman.
I'm Mighty Mouse there.
Mighty Mouse. Dustin, if role play, who's your character?
Oh, my friends tell me I give the Mercedes experience.
Oh. C class, S class, Maybach,
P Valley.
P Valley. Oh, Mercedes on P Valley. Oh, you make the heels clap.
I called it.
Oh, got it. Say less. Norris, character.
I'm the aggressor. You know, they came in, stole my TV. Now I got to punish them.
Oh, so you play robber.
Yeah.
In the role play.
Well, I'm not the robber. I'm the one the homeowner.
You're the homeowner.
I'm the one who's getting robbed, and I take all of my aggression on them because they stole my shit.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let's move on. Here's the first question. When did you first notice your body wasn't performing like it did in your 20s?
Ooh.
And how did that affect your sex life, Vincent?
Oh. I mean, when it wasn't porn, when I was 25, when I was 45-ish.
That's when your body starts shifting?
You gotta ask him that.
Your body.
It's your body.
Right.
I say 45-ish.
45-ish is when you start to wind down and realize you wasn't in your 20s no more?
Right.
Okay. What about you, Curtis?
I would say 40s too. Yeah.
So in your 40s, your body started to wind
Yes.
down and you realize you were not who you were in your 20s.
I
Funny story.
remember.
Some of the things that were in my 20s.
Okay. Curtis, you were finna say something.
No, it was just funny. I was just thinking back. I remember when I was in my early 40s. You know how he was talking about prostate cancer and all that, and you have to go to the bathroom really bad, and you get there, and then ain't shit coming out. And I was just like, do I have prostate cancer?
Right.
Like, it's just shit start going through your head. So I was just thinking about that and started laughing when you was like when your body started
shifting, and you realize
and you just
I'm
realize, and
not
I'm
the
just
same.
like, oh shit, like shit is happening.
Right,
You
got
know,
it,
yeah.
got it.
It was just a
Dustin,
joke.
when did you first notice that your body wasn't performing like it did in its 20s? And how did that affect your sex life?
I want to say within the past 2 years, I want to say my drive has dropped a lot.
Really?
Yeah, the want or the is in the brain, but the act.
The intention is there,
Yes.
but
Yeah.
actually partaking is like, I'm gonna have a nap.
Yeah, it's a job now. So I'm like, yeah.
Got it. Norris.
My early 50s. It's less about the physical and more about the mental. I need that intimacy piece. You know, can you fuck my mind?
Mm.
You know, before you
Did
get
hear
to
that?
fuck my
That
body.
K on the end.
Right, because
That K was real.
that's how you enunciate a word. It was right. It was just. Yeah, you want to say that
I got
again?
a lot of sexual
Say that
aggression.
again. Say that again for one more time. Just
You know,
yeah,
you need to
yeah.
fuck
Okay.
my mind.
Got it. And I agree with all of y'all. I think once I hit 50, but more so with you, it became less about the action and more about the intimacy.
Yes.
You know, because I've done enough of the
Right.
but can we cuddle?
Yes.
You know, can you just hold me?
Yes.
Yeah, just lay there.
Yes.
And if we fall asleep, we fall asleep.
Yes.
You know, and if something happens, it happens.
Yes.
But it's like, I'm like Dustin. It's like, I want to, but I'd rather have some hot wings. You know,
just
it's
kicking
like,
it and watching a movie.
Yeah.
And, you know, just simple stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lightweight, easy. And I think I recall when I mentor a lot of young men, used to run a lot of groups and workshops for young gay men. And one of them told me, never forget this. He says, when I find my person and when I find my man, we having sex every single day. I said, no, you're not. No, you're not. I said, no,
Okay.
you're not. No, because that's my man and I'm going to cook. And then every single day we going to cook. And I'm like, no, you're really not. I'm like, man, you don't know. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, you're not going to have sex every single day. I'm like, when do you go to work? When do you do this? When do you do other things outside? And then especially gay sex is not like straight sex.
Right.
There's a lot of preparation involved. Right. Ain't no Taco Bell. Okay, so, we're at Salad Farm. It's like it's some things you just cannot do.
3 hours before.
Right. And this
thing.
was this person that was sharing was a receptor.
Oh.
And I'm like, I don't care how power you think you are. You are not gonna power through life having sex every single day. And you don't have to prove that point to your partner that you can have sex every single day. Because at some point your partner's gonna be like, yeah, I'm kinda tired of you.
Right.
Yeah. Every
Exactly.
single day. But I think that burnout. And that's a myth. So have you guys ever had sexual burnout?
Oh yeah.
You
yeah,
have?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
You have.
I've had a very fragrant
You had burnout.
sex life. Yeah.
Fragrant. That's an excellent word.
What do you mean by burnout?
Burnout. Is it
Because
stages or is it just?
what do you mean burnout?
It was a stage.
You just didn't have to have sex.
Yeah. It was just like I've had enough.
But that comes with life being thrown at you though too. It all depends on what you're going through in your life.
Well, I mean, it's variables. It could be stress. It could be the job. It could be the fact
Yeah.
that you've lost your sex
So I wouldn't say a
drive or your
burnout.
piece ain't, working like
You
it
just
needs
ate.
to. Just ate. I mean, it could be a lot of things.
Well,
So,
and
yeah.
then again, men of our age, our bodies shift. Our bodies
Yeah.
are starting to change at this age now. Our health statuses are starting to change.
Well, I
pressure
still
and
think
all
I'm.
that
I
stuff.
mean, I don't know. I look in the mirror and I still think I'm sexy. as
Well, it
shit,
ain't
so,
about
I mean,
sexy.
It's not
It's
about
about
being
performing.
sexy, it's about
Y'all
what you
talking
about.
like y'all talking
No,
like
No, it's about the drive. and being
y'all
able
talking
to
real
perform.
old and shit.
Okay.
No,
No,
absolutely
we're not saying that. No, we're not,
Your body shifting and all that shit.
Well, let's
Honey,
hear it
ain't
from
nothing
Ben.
shifting over
we're
here.
not saying that.
Now I may.
No, we're not saying we're not desirable.
Right.
No,
We're just
not
saying,
at
but can you
all.
have sex every day?
Well, hell no.
Well, that's
That's
what I'm
what
talking
we're
about.
talking
I mean,
about.
your body don't look
It has
good.
nothing to do with
It just
Right.
means that every single day you don't want Vincent
I'm
touching
just
you and all that.
clarifying. I'm
And
just
Vincent don't want to touch you
clarifying.
every day.
I touch him, but I don't have to touch him sexually.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
He
There's
see
many
it,
ways.
honey. He see it every
I
day.
touch his mind.
Yeah, there's many ways. There's many ways.
You better go,
I need you to
Vincent.
grab his booty.
Go ahead.
Soul snatcher.
So I
When was
love
in the
you.
room, I touched
Soul
him.
snatcher.
So leading to that, so in the bedroom, has aging made you more liberated or more guarded when it comes to the bedroom?
Liberated.
Yeah,
Oh my God. I've tried so much stuff in my 50s. Like I had to shake my head at myself. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you experimenting?
What?
Why are you doing things like this?
You try to prove
It ain't
it?
about proving. It's like, I'm here. I'm 50, mid-50s. Let me just go and do this thing.
Are you playing catch up?
No.
You have a
I will
bucket
say this.
list?
The younger generations are a little bit more exploratory. And so if I'm engaging with them, they
You
want to
feel
do a
like
lot
you
of
have
things.
to-
They're like, oh, I've never done that. So it's like, can we be like really, really
So they make you feel young again.
not feeling young again? I just want to do some shit. Like I double penetrated a dude the other day with me and my boy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, this is recent stuff.
Yeah, this is recent shit. So I had never done that before, but I really enjoyed, putting my thing in with my boy thing and this boy. He took it all. Touche to him, because I don't know how the hell he did it, but
You giggling about that.
Because I was thrown.
That sounds like it's gonna happen again because you real giggly.
Because you real liberated.
You real
But
right.
the funny part-
He done got real excited. You better
Right.
watch
I
out.
got excited. Yeah.
But the funny part is, on episodes 1 and 2, you were just this demure
I still
vessel
am.
from down south.
I
I
still
tell
am.
you,
That-
didn't I
right.
say it was gonna shift?
Right.
See?
It's not Curtis.
Mm-mm.
It's you.
I keep telling them.
Yeah,
I'm a man of many layers.
it's you.
I'm still a very posh and cultured and demure southern chick from Louisiana.
So were they
Not a
okay?
veil.
So in this
I'm a Scorpio, but I'm
in
a
this
freak, too.
situation where there were multiple people present, of varied ages,
Mhm.
and did you feel like I'm too old to be doing this, or did you feel like why did I wait so long to do this?
I felt like I was too old after it had been going on for a couple of hours because I'm long-winded. So, and I'm like, I'm too old to be doing this, trying to hang with y'all youngsters, like an hour and a half, being like, oh, I need to sit down. My legs hurt, So, yeah.
So
Why
you
did
tapped
tell
out.
Get quiet.
So you tapped out. So you tapped
So the
out.
kids won.
But here's the deal. They can't go as long as I go.
Oh, okay.
They normally, but, tap out.
Dustin,
before
please
me.
chime in.
I don't have
'Cause-
any chime. Listen,
Please chime
I
in.
can't chime in. For me, again, I have learned to. I'm more of a satisfier. I need to see that look in your face. That's where I'm satisfied. When you get that look and like they give you that. Okay, nigga,
Got it, right.
oh, I'm good. Thank you. Have a good evening.
So that's intimacy, I
Very
think.
much, very
Yeah.
much, because I'm looking for that feeling. I'm looking for you to tap somewhere you haven't tapped before.
Right.
I need to tap that thing.
That when that Mercedes come
That's
out.
when the lights come on and then.
Oh,
Got it.
But
right.
yeah,
That somersault, that handstand.
well, no.
Now, if you don't,
Oh,
now if you
okay.
don't get that,
Be
do you
quiet.
feel like it was just a waste of time, or it just wasn't worth it?
I won't say a waste of time, but that wasn't the one.
Okay.
Because for me, even in sex, it's about finding the one. Because you can't just have this. This is again our challenge where we run around having a bunch of sex with a whole bunch of everybody's.
Mhm.
I need to have known to tap into you before we even get in that bed that this could possibly be the one.
So you only
Even
have
on
sex with potentials.
So
Yeah.
so you
Oh.
have sex with intention.
Very much.
So it's not
It's
just
a lot of intention.
yeah, but it's not all right. No, I
He
get that.
leaned in.
And
Doing a lot of research.
does that come with age?
No.
So you've always been that way.
I've always been that way. In my 30s, I was always intentional of dating or sexing to date long term. That's why I say I never had a problem with let's go and get that thing out the way. Because once we bust, now what? Like, do we continue to have conversation? Does this go anywhere at all? Because again, if it was just a night, you wasn't for me in the first place. So.
And I'm asking
Right.
for a reason, just because I think for one, a lot of people think that all gay men do is have sex.
Right.
No.
They think that we wake up, have sex, go to work, come home, have sex. That's
Think
all.
we nasty.
We're nasty. We're promiscuous. That's just we do. that's all we do. And I'm asking these conversations to kind of enlighten the viewer that may not be gay, or the young gay that thinks that if I enter into this, I gotta have sex all the time. Like I know a lot of young gay kids that feel like, so if I'm gay, that means I have to bottom. And it's like, no. You do what makes you feel comfortable. You do what you want to do. Now, if you desire to be a bottom, then be a bottom.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to do that, there's nothing that says being gay is equivalent to being a bottom.
But I think we've always classified this has always been our thing. Where now, when we get in our 50s, we're not classifying how the sex comes and who it comes from.
Mhm.
Before we had again the list. You were either top or bottom. You were either this or that. So there were boxes. And once you step outside the box of what sex is, that fluidity of it. Now, again, this poly thing that people want to do, again, is that a sexual thing or is that a mental thing that you need more than one person to satisfy your needs?
Well, some of them.
Well, we
are
can ask
mental and
Neo.
some
He'll
are
be here
sex.
next week.
What happened?
We can ask Neo. He's polyamorous.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
Multiple. Norris comes over, and now y'all all in a
If we all
throuple.
dating in a relationship,
Y'all in a throuple.
There's 3 of us. Yeah, that's polyamorous.
Yeah, that's polyamorous.
I would
a lot of
agree,
that
bro.
is
I
more
would always have
prevalent
mine.
now in our community. And,
Is it prevalent, or we just now know about it? I think a lot of folks have been. I think a lot of folks have been in polyamorous relationships and didn't even realize it.
Yeah.
I believe a lot
Well,
of people in an open relationship. And
Well,
don't
can we?
realize it.
Right.
Are we speaking in our culture or just overall? Because
I
in
think
our
overall.
culture, I think to me it's kind of new to me. I've never. I mean, and that's again coming with the new age too.
Yeah.
But I think we've heard of the older couples that allowed another person to come in. We've always heard of that. But now
But yeah, we used to call them threesomes.
But
Though.
now these youngsters have named it to give it validity, if
Yeah.
you will.
Well, threesomes is more sexual. Polyamory is more relationship.
relationship.
That's like a
Well, it's how you. Isn't it how you title it? Like some polys are sexual, some are just. What you say? Just relationship. What is
Just
it?
relationships.
Yeah, it's
So you
just
can
all
have
about how they-
open polyamorous. You
Right.
can have
Yeah,
closed
that's what I'm saying.
polyamory.
It's all
Closed
about your
polyamory, it means us 3 in a relationship.
Right.
Nobody else can enter.
Exactly.
Open is us 3. We're together. We're the relationship, but we can pull him in
Right.
every now and then to roll around, and he got to go
Right.
because he can't stay there because we're the relationship.
See, that's too much.
And I
shit.
think now,
That's too much.
and
That's-
and
yeah.
I brought up Neo because Neo is now public about being in a
Right.
polyamorous relationship, and he is getting dragged through the mud because of that. But my thing is, what you eat don't get me fat. You know, and if that's what Neo wants to do, that's what Neo wants to do. The women, he ain't holding them hostage.
Right.
They're there. They're with them. So I look at that because I think a lot of people, especially in the gay community, would venture into non-monogamous type roles because we're not traditional people.
Exactly.
So to try to infuse heterosexual norms into these kind of situations, it's like, well, you're gay.
But I think
So
that-
trying to have this heterosexual mindset is unfair to you because you're gay. You're never going to get a wife.
But isn't that again why the heterosexual world will view how we maneuver through this life? Because a lot of we're men. Men are sexual beings.
Right.
So how we maneuver 9 times out of 10 is a sexual state of mind first. Heterosexual people want to go through the emotions before they get to the sex. So their understanding.
But that's based upon the female.
And that's
Right.
very a different understanding than what, because again, you said, key word, they're females.
Mhm.
We're males moving through this life.
Mhm.
So monogamous, poly, however you want to, our mind first is always sexual. If you go through this life saying, I didn't look at him first and think I want to have sex with him to get with him,
You're lying.
you lied to yourself and everybody around you.
Yep.
Because that, again, is how we maneuver in this life. I'll be walking down the hallway and the first thing I'll be like, oh, yeah, fine, okay. And move on. So I think our mindset to this and how heterosexuals look at this, totally different. And the understanding is very different.
I agree. I do agree with that. And I do think it's the introduction of the genders. You know, we got male, female, so they navigate, they look differently. And I love how you said that we're all men. And I think that's something that also gets skewed when people look at gay men. Well, which one of y'all want to be a woman?
Oh, yeah.
I've never wanted to be a woman. Yeah, who the gal?
I got my nephew
Yeah.
say, is you the girl?
Right, yeah. And I've never wanted to be a woman.
Right.
And I'm not saying that's not the desire
Right.
of some gay men,
Yeah.
Right.
but the majority of gay men that I meet that's in my circle, we're all
men.
we're men and we want to be men. I like having a penis.
Right.
I don't mind having a penis.
Right.
But I think that that's the misconception about that, also about our sexuality. And even how you two just shared, oh, monogamous. Are you kidding me? Monogamous. They probably looking like they lying. They don't open their door. Somebody
Right.
been in that bed with them. You're like, no,
No.
we're monogamous. It's really us two. It's
Right.
been us two for 20 something years. The world, because that's not common, we don't see that. It's not talked about. They'll judge that and say, well, one of them lying. Somebody done stepped out because that's what men do.
Right.
You know, do you even know how to be faithful to another man?
I mean, the flesh is weak.
The flesh
You know,
is
and I'll
weak, but
tell
the
you-
mind should be strong.
Exactly. This guy asked me last night. I went on a date. Like, in a relationship, would we be monogamous?
You
I said,
open the
I
door.
do
You ready? Here we
believe-
go. I'm
I
ready.
do believe in monogamy. Yes, but I did tell him this:
Mm-hmm.
you can't police another human. like I said earlier, I believe everybody's in an open relationship. They just don't know it. Because majority of the time, men step out. Now, I told him, we're in a relationship and you go have a fling or whatever case may be, as long as I don't know, as long as you're not sloppy, you're not fucking up the finances, the home. In my mind, I'm still living in this monogamous mindset. I'm good with that. It's when the home starts suffering or I feel like I'm number two and then you're sloppy and I find out that you're stepping out on me, that's where the issue comes. Be clean about it. If you're going to do it. And that's just me.
No,
Ain't for
hey,
everybody.
hey, I'm not judging.
In my head, I'm monogamous.
I do have questions.
If you do something else, that's on you. Because I'm a firm believer. A lot of heterosexual couples who've been together 60, 70 years, 9 times out of 10, somebody stepped out. But they decided that I'm not going to jeopardize what we have built over one small mistake of the flesh.
Don't say small mistake.
Oh,
now.
well, big mistake of the
If it's
flesh.
intentional, if you intentionally going out there and you just doing it, then that's not a small mistake. That's not a small mistake.
But there's levels to that too.
intentional.
I mean, if someone's habitually just having sex on you, that's different than an occasional. Like I said, I don't want to know. Just don't be sloppy.
But if you find out, then what does that mean?
Then I'm gonna have a conversation.
But you told me. I didn't tell you. Somebody just happened to tell you. Why
exactly,
you mad with
and
me?
I'm gonna ask: is this a one-time thing? Is it just a fuck, or was your heart involved?
There's where the difference comes.
Yeah, if you tell me you done fell in love with somebody,
Then that's an issue for me. Because your heart needs to be here with me in this home.
Right.
Your flesh, that's flesh.
No, your paycheck got to be with me.
Well, that's already mine. That's a given. That's a given.
That's
a given.
I'm a firm believer, though.
Let's be clear.
I've always said a man gonna do what a man want to do when a man want to do.
Exactly.
So with us, you could give a man 5 minutes to go around that corner. If he want to get his sucked on, that's gonna happen. So I think for when you try to box somebody in and classify them, it depends on that other individual. And again, our understanding. What he just gave, like we both had to go, wait a minute, what's the understanding of this? Because you can't be open in that way with me. It's just how I feel.
Because I had an ex, and I caught my ex cheating, and he sat me down, and this is my 20s. I was young. He says, you need to accept the fact that all men cheat. And I was like, but I don't cheat, and I'm a man. I don't understand.
You're a good girl.
Yeah, I was hosting. I'm cooking. I'm cleaning. He says all men cheat, and he says you need to understand that. Once you understand that, this kind of stuff won't hurt you, and that's why you sitting here crying because you think that all men are faithful, but all men cheat. So I entered every relationship after that, like, well, you're gonna cheat anyway.
And you probably feel better.
Yeah, go cheat. But then it's like, but I don't want you to cheat.
Yeah.
I want monogamy. I want this little house on the prairie type life. But you telling me all men cheat. Now sitting here next to you is like, well, as long as I don't find out about it, then you good. But I'm like, well, who can we trust?
You can't trust nobody. They're humans.
The couple, though.
Let's ask the
couple.
The couple's monogamous.
But I'm saying I'm sure people have approached either one of you. People have fancied themselves after both of you. How do you keep that? How do you, again, because I'm sure
I've been approached and
by your type?
yeah.
Okay, because we gotta be clear.
Yeah.
Because if
Something
a wolf
that you
approaches me,
want.
I'm like, you gotta be kidding. No, I'm saying a wolf. A wolf broke down dude. I'm like,
Right.
come on, bro, for real. Come on, you walk here.
approached by somebody that made you have to go.
Are you serious?
I haven't had that approach by somebody maybe second guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because I'm hard to second guess.
But
Let's be clear. Go
I
ahead.
have been approached.
You say you don't second
I
guess?
said
Put
I'm
like
hard
this.
to second guess.
Oh.
I've been people I think that just don't know, because anybody know me and Curtis, we've been around a long time.
Mhm.
Know. And when people come up to me or Curtis, whatever, I'll step back and watch, and I see Curtis put him in there. Curtis put him in a place. Or same with me. I let people come to me. They've been in my face, and at some point I say, okay, well they must don't know me and Curtis, because it seems like everybody knows me and Curtis. And if they do it, I say, you know what, this is my partner. And that's it.
And I don't get in my feelings about that.
But did you guys have the conversation amongst yourselves?
No.
Ever. That's just how it was.
It's assumed.
That's just
This is
Where's the
monogamy.
I just think
we
that's
stepping
how in
out.
our era, that's just how it was back then.
I never had that conversation. We
Yeah.
never had that. It just never came up.
We hit the ground running.
It never came up.
Yeah.
So nobody steps to you?
I mean, you know, I'm on social media.
Exactly, showing your V cuts and stuff.
I had to
Step
get
into
used to people. When I met Curtis is how he's out there.
I'm the same person that he met
people
then. Like, I don't change.
And I had to come to this conclusion that this is who he is, but he know who he's with.
Yeah, I don't change. That's just who I am. I always tell people when I'm out in the atmosphere and I'm socializing, I'm out socializing, having a good time. When I'm at home, all that shuts off. That's why I tell people that word friend. I have associates and I have family. My family is people I've been knowing all my life. My associates is who I socialize with when I'm out, and we may touch bases every now and then. But that friendship, people say, "Oh, that's Curtis. I know you," and I'll be like, "I don't know you. I don't even know your name."
And I think that's the part when you're dealing with someone that is a socialite, because social media, it gives this illusion that one, the person's super approachable or highly sexual or whatever. But if anybody really knows the person sitting to my right, when I say will be at home, sleep.
I'm at home 9 times out of 10.
Yes.
I'm at home when I'm posting.
Yeah.
And I have actually, Curtis being my friend, like we've been places, I'd be like, take that shirt off. You got body. Curtis is just not that person. He'd be like, I ain't, you know.
I do it. I get in that mode and I do it, and it just turns off. I'm at work.
You're at work.
That's why you see me post every morning.
Yeah.
Because after that, I'm working.
He's
I'm making my
work.
coins.
He's
I'm
at
making
work.
my money.
Well, let's talk about porn.
Yeah.
Let's switch this up.
Okay.
Let's talk about porn. So in the age of OnlyFans,
I don't watch it.
bedroom experiences.
That's what I should do is the OnlyFans and get my money. Shit.
Bedroom expectations have become unrealistic. Have you ever had to remind somebody that you are not a porn star?
I've never been. I'm not.
No, I'm saying they enter the bedroom because they watch porn and they want to do all these tricks and stunts and shows and double penetrations and whatnot. Have you ever had to remind somebody like, hey, yo, I get it. I get what you watch and I get all that, but I'm not that.
You asking the wrong
Especially
two.
after over 50.
You asking the wrong two.
It's a general question. Moving on.
Moving on. Next question.
They are the porn, okay?
They may have to say to me, I'm not.
But you're over 50.
I'm trying to find out how flexible you are.
You're over 50.
You know,
Coming in here, we're doing the porn.
multiple positions, all that.
But I'm just saying, you would think that you think now because of what people are watching on porn. Now let's be mindful. The porn we grew up watching is totally different than the porn that they watch now. Our porn had storylines.
Right.
Our porn had music. Our porn had a theme. It was. I'm not gonna say tasteful because it was still porn, but it had something.
Substance.
You know, substance.
Right.
Now you click it on from what I hear.
But what you hear?
I was with you far.
You know what?
Yeah.
Right, what you hear?
Yeah.
Was a DVD.
Yeah, right. Beta. Right. So I'm just saying, but looking at porn now and how sex has become, it's highly normalized.
Oh, yeah.
It's accessible. Everybody can watch it, and it gives this illusion of what should happen in the bedroom, therefore thrusting intimacy out. So a lot of these younger kids and even the little kids that's looking at porn, they don't understand there are nuances to all this. There should be a get to know you phase, a conversation phase, not just walk in, drop it down. And also for the new gays, because of what they're watching on porn, they don't realize there's a lot of prep that goes into sex before you do it. So what you're watching Raheem do and all that kind of stuff, best believe those actors prepped days before that film shoot. That's their lifestyle. They it's part of a culture. But these new kids don't know that. So then they're out there painting on people left and right. For those that want to know what painting is, Google it. Google painting. Right, they're doing it, and they don't mean no harm.
Shitty deal when we were coming up.
They don't mean no harm.
Called shitty deals.
Yeah, and they do it, and now they're embarrassed. Now they're shamed on social media because they weren't given the tools to understand how do you clean yourself? How do you eat? They don't know.
So, question: Do you guys watch straight or gay porn?
I watch both, but I enjoy straight.
I watch TBN.
That's not my question. Do you watch straight or gay porn?
TBN. Yes.
What is?
Yes. I watch Paul and Jan. That's what I watch. I don't know about y'all.
Right.
I don't know about y'all,
Richard-
but
Richard-
yeah, now
Richard Christian Network.
that's what I watch.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So, Trinity Broadcast Network. Yeah. So anyway,
Right.
what do y'all watch?
I
To
watch
set y'all
both, but
mood.
I like straight. I like straight porn. I do. It's
A
something
gay man
about-
that watches straight porn.
Yeah, it's all about the
Who
the
you watching,
audio
you or her?
for me. I'm watching his ass,
The
but I'm
audio.
enjoying her screams. Because I like the the audio. You got to scream to the
audio.
rafters. I mean, if you ain't squealing and squirming and shouting, then I'm bored. Then you got to go.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Because were you always this person, or did this evolve over time after you got healed and after you came to terms with who you are? Yeah, because in your 20s and all that, were you this
No.
person? When did you evolve into this person that you are now that's like, yo, spank me, beat me, choke me, all that kind of stuff?
Pull my hair.
Yeah, right. I love that song.
God.
Don't
When I
put
moved
God
to
into this.
it was-
Don't do that.
when I moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
Atlanta in 2009, was when I became, I would say, more sexually free.
Okay.
And experimenting with different.
So this was
things.
post the traumatic relationship.
Oh yes.
Okay,
yes.
so during the traumatic relationship, were you
Oh.
more introverted in the
Oh,
bedroom?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you didn't have, but did you have the desire
No.
to be more out there? And no.
No.
And then once you moved to
I was
Atlanta,
that country, sweet, wholesome Christian boy.
Okay.
Very, impressionable and all of that.
okay,
But then when all that fell, and then I, started to love myself and wanted to explore, like I moved to Atlanta, then it was just like, oh, it's a
What
whole
in
new
Atlanta
world out
made you
there.
do that, though? What about Atlanta?
The choices. The choices of men.
ooh, you just tickled.
I mean, it's a good
It's all
time.
coming
It's a good
back.
time.
It's
It's
coming
a good
back.
time.
Right.
It's a good time. If y'all been to Atlanta,
Atlanta
y'all know
scares
what
me.
it
It's
is
just
to
too
me.
much
It's a
going
good time.
on.
So that's when you found yourself. So now that you are living in your unapologetic
Yes.
truth and you're truly authentic about who you are,
Yes.
even when it comes, because I joked yesterday, because your attire would lead to the illusion
I know
that
People
who you
get it
were in the
wrong all
bedroom
the time.
is totally different than who you are in the
It
bedroom.
really is.
Because you walk in with a kilt and some banging
Some
boots
heels, yeah,
and
all
all
that,
that,
yeah.
but you get into the bedroom and you're Wesley Snipes.
Oh my God, it's like
Yeah.
it's
You're just
beastly.
a Decepticon.
Yeah.
Oh,
So when it comes
real
to
aggressive.
right, so when it comes to meeting men and dating and going out and all that, how much conversation do you have to have if they misperceive you as one thing?
None. I just need to show them a picture. Or if they've seen the pictures on the apps, then they automatically know what it's giving. People who see me like this, they're like, "Oh, he's nobody."
What if I'm not on the apps?
Yeah,
Like if
that's
I'm
the
just
thing,
walking,
you just
yeah,
see me,
I see you walking through, and I
probably
say,
wouldn't think
"Hey,
he's not sexy,
I say,
he's not all that. He
no,
got
no, I
body."
see him like, hey,
Right.
bottom, because you got on these boots and you got on this skirt, and you know how to do makeup and all this. So
Right.
clearly, I'm climbing on your back, and then we get home and you like, no, Dante, you turn around. I'm like, what do you mean? I don't understand. You have on heels.
Yeah, but when I get through eating that ass, you're gonna know what it's about.
Mm,
You already know.
okay.
All right.
Guess you shut
Real
you-
talk.
you
But
shut-
and make a point though, because people should not prejudge.
That's
by
what I was trying to get at.
Yes, you can't judge a book by its cover.
Well, and again,
Like,
this
clearly.
is where you look at how we before who's the top, who's the bottom.
Right.
Right.
It was
Back
very
in the day.
visible
Exactly.
back in the day who in relationships.
Assumedly visible.
Exactly.
Assumedly visible.
Right.
Who it was. Now people are so fluid
Yeah.
that you really don't know. And a lot of times when you look at the ones with the nails and the makeup and they'll throw you on your back and toss you over.
They
and
will
all
push
that.
you through the mattress.
Yeah. And again, nothing against that.
Right.
And if that's what if a person likes, but the look of it, the look of sex has totally changed.
And
And I
vice
think-
versa, because a lot
yeah.
of masculine, muscular guys who you think would be the top are normally the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
All
And
day
I
long.
and I think that's a good point. That's a good point to bring up because society needs to understand
that out.
that you cannot box gay men
No.
into what you think we
Yeah.
do, how we perform or whatever. And that's how a lot of women, sadly,
Exactly.
a lot of women get tricked
Yes.
because they're assuming that this dude, he can't be gay. And if he is gay, he's not doing the bending. Thank you, Janet Jackson. So I think that's the illusion that we have, but also within our own community, how we stereotype and we falsely perceive someone to be one thing and they're another, and then shame them when they're not what we think they are. Well, if you a top, why are you dressing like that? Because that's not how tops dress. Well, how does a top dress? That's like saying you don't talk black.
Right.
What does talking black mean? And I think that's what we have to break down within our culture. But I think the younger generation is doing that. Yeah. I think they're erasing all the labels that we once
you
had
have
folks
two feminine guys dating each other.
Dating.
And
everything
this and that.
now.
But what goes on in the bedroom is what goes on in the bedroom.
Period. At the end of the day. And we don't even bring up lesbians. Because
if there's none at the table,
I will say
this is black gay men over 50.
There's a certain allure though for
Okay.
me,
Sorry.
for people to think that, hey, if I'm with a 6'7" guy or whatever, they probably think that that's the top. But unbeknownst to them,
Unpack that again. Say that again.
I think it's an allure for me, for people to misjudge. Because if I'm with a 6'7" muscular dude or whatever, people are automatically going to assume that I'm the bottom and he's the top.
And he got helium heels.
You better know it.
And I feel like I feel like this with a lot of people with having that that title. You miss out on some good people.
You do. I learned that.
You miss out on good people, and I'm just like, I tell a lot of my friends, like, just get to know that person first before you just, well, he's not this and he's not that and da da da. You just miss out. You miss out on good people.
But who has perfected that model? The white gays.
How
They
you
date
figure?
anybody because you see
yeah,
them,
they do date anybody. Well,
anybody,
that's a different. That's
they are perfected. They don't care about the image, the look,
and
whatever.
that's great
if I
to
like
me.
it, whatever.
But they also don't have to exist in that intersection that I talked about.
part,
We have to navigate our blackness as well and exist within our black communities that are severely homophobic.
Because our communities, well, again, for them to get it, it's the heterosexual who's the top, who's the bottom.
Right.
For straight people, their brain has to wrap around who's the softer one, who's the more masculine one. Who is giving, who's receiving, for them to think sexually, because again, that's the hetero male, female.
Those normative.
Female
And
is
we do
always
it,
accepted.
and we also have that to navigate that tolerability. We have a lot of black straight people that are like, I can tolerate a Vincent. Vincent can come over, but is he bringing Kurt? And what Kurt is gonna wear if he do come?
Right.
It's that kind of mindset because Vincent gives you black t-shirt. Period. Black t-shirt. But Curtis will go up, go down, go side, go left. It's whatever.
I dress how I'm feeling.
Yeah, so they'll be like, well, okay, well, I don't know if I can have both of them because what's my friends gonna think if he walks in with Curtis? They're gonna think that I'm cool with all that and I'm not really cool with the gay thing. I'm just cool with Vincent. Right. But it's like at the end of the day, like you said, when the lights go out, we're all gay. Right. At the end of the day, but we have to navigate that. And I think that's what gets missed when heterosexuals try to, I hate to say understand us, but when they try to understand
they look at us sexually anyway. They always got something to say about us when it comes to sex.
They do.
Because they don't have the understanding.
Exactly.
They're trying to figure that thing out.
They
are they looking at that and they trying to be like, who do who and how do you get down?
Right.
And they shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
It shouldn't matter. And again, in our community, when we start looking at dissecting who's the top and who's the bottom, again, that's where I love our younger community now, because it ain't about two extremely feminine guys are in amazing relationships and an amazing loving relationship and having bomb sex, and you looking at them going, well, both of y'all got nails, well, both of y'all got hair, well, both of y'all are this,
but you don't know what's going on
in
the
bedroom.
See?
So I'm gonna do 5 more minutes real quick. I just want to open the door to this because I had a conversation about a year ago with somebody and they were trying to wrap their heads around how can gay people be celibate? Could not understand, I don't believe there's a such thing as a celibate gay. And what do you mean gays can be abstinent? Because I asked the question, this is to clergy, I'm not going to go down to the church thing, but I asked the question to a few pastors about, you keep saying I'm going to go to hell for being gay. Am I going to hell for being gay or having sex with men? Because you're assuming that because I'm gay, I'm having sex with men. Those two don't go hand in hand. And I said, gays can be celibate. No, I don't believe that. I'm like, no, I have a lot of celibate gay friends. They're out there waiting for the right person. They ain't on the apps. They ain't in the clubs. They ain't doing nothing. They just out there living their best life because they got to go to work. They got to go to school. They are not having sex. Could not believe it. Could not wrap their head around it. So what do you guys think about those individuals who perceive us as only sexual beings? They don't think we do anything else other than have sex.
I feel like a lot of them on the male side of it has had things done to them in the past. I think it comes from their trauma. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, we've always been portrayed as sexual beings from the jump, like gay people. So I think it would be hard for a straight person to believe that because that's all they know, like to your point. But obviously we can be celibate. I mean, I don't think I can be. But but I know some people who are. It's one of them things like, can't change everybody's mind. It is what it is, whether you believe it or not.
It's just it's your personal choice.
Yeah.
Dustin?
I think we can be celibate. I think that, again, it's a mindset of an individual. For me, I do resets in my life when I'm not having not a whole lot. That's bad.
No,
when I'm not having sex on the regular,
You said it right. You captured it.
I will do a monogamous reset in myself. And again, that's just a personal thing that is always making sure that I'm good. Mm-hmm. Because again, this running around having sex and for me, I identify it as spirit transfers.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful in that space. So when the clergy gets to having those conversations, again, they have to look at the individuals and what we are really made of. You go back to slavery. Black man was always the sexual desire, was always a sexual being. So we've always been seen as sexual. Mm-hmm. So I don't think that anything about this is new. I think what it is, though, is, again, there can be a reset, and some of y'all do need a reset. Sit y'all tail down. But again, for within yourself, again, to keep us all healthy, to keep your mind centered, I think that brings something different to you.
I love it. Well, that wraps up this episode talking about sex. I just want to do a quick PSA. If you are out there and you are loving sex to the fullest, just make sure you're being sexually healthy. That being said, get tested regularly. If you are living with HIV, make sure you're taking your medications. Make sure that you are becoming undetectable, because undetectable equals untransmittable. That means if you have HIV, you're on your medication, you're undetectable, you cannot transmit the virus. It is impossible. That works wonders for persons who are falling in love with someone who may be living with HIV and they're HIV negative, but they're nervous, scared, terrified. No, you can have sex, and you will not contract HIV. Also, if you're out there, HIV is not the only thing. You have syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, all kinds of stuff that can happen. Gonorrhea. So go out there and get you some DoxyPep. DoxyPep is a pill that you can take after engaging in sex that will decrease your chance of contracting an STD.
I have a question.
You can get on that. Also, make sure to get on PrEP. If you are on PrEP, you are HIV negative, you can get on PrEP. That's one pill a day that decreases your chance of catching HIV by upwards of 97%. So there are ways to be sexually healthy, sexually safe that do not include a condom. All right, it's things you can do. I know condoms are now considered archaic in some bedrooms because everybody's on biomedical prevention, but condoms still work. Now most people use condom for hygienic purposes because they don't want to get all that stuff on their penis when they pull it out of the anus. All right, so use a condom for that. All right, and let me take this quick question from Curtis, and we're gonna close on out.
Well, I forgot. Let me. What you were saying so much.
We're gonna come back in the next episode.
I got it. No. Because I'm in the medical field and I get questions a lot, even though I'm not in your form of it. If you're positive, are you able to still take the medication, the preventive medication, Doxy and all that stuff? Because I hear that people are taking that.
I got it.
And they're positive.
If you are living with HIV, they won't give you PrEP because you're already on it, basically, because PrEP is a drug that people living with HIV are already taking.
Right. Okay.
So that they give that drug to persons that are HIV negative to decrease them from seroconverting if they're exposed to the virus.
But what is the one
So
that they
DoxyPep-
take after the sex.
DoxyPep. You have DoxyPep and you have DoxyPrep. You have PrEP, sorry. So you have PEP is what you take post-exposure prophylaxis. That's post-exposed. So if you have sex with somebody that has HIV and you're HIV negative and they say, oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you I got HIV, you can go on down to the clinic and within 72 hours, take PEP. All right, that's post-exposure. PrEP is pre-exposure. That's what someone takes who is HIV negative. They take that 1 pill a day. Then you have DoxyPep. DoxyPep is to prevent STDs. So if you have sex and then someone is like, I have syphilis, chlamydia, gonorrhea, or you had sex, the condom breaks, or you had sex and just wanted to have sex and want to make sure you don't contract anything because you was at a sex party, you were double penetrating, whatever the case may be. No judgment, love you, mean it. You would take DoxyPep. You would take that, all right? So all of this can be accessed depending on your insurance. Some locations have it for free, depending on your coverage, but you can always access this. Just Google, how do I get on PrEP or PEP? But this current administration is doing all it can to eradicate these medications and access to it. So we want to make sure that we're doing our part to raise awareness, to ensure that everyone is knowledgeable and understands that there is stuff out there to prevent HIV, as well as making sure that people who are living with HIV are getting the medication and remaining in treatment. We should not be shaming anybody anymore who's living with HIV. And if you feel that it is your duty to out people who are living with HIV, shame on you. All right. So that concludes this episode. Thank you so much. We're back for another round. All right.
Unlimited entertainment, one destination. Watch Vim. Experience seamless streaming with a monthly subscription for all devices. Elevate your entertainment journey. Stream online or download the Watch Vim app now.